So I suppose looking at dyspraxia or DCD, it's something that impacts really fundamental areas of people's lives. These areas often don't co-occur with academic success or what we perceive as academic success. For example, a child who may bring something along the lines of a piece of work that's exceptional work, but the handwriting mightn't be as clear, may not get that opportunity for success as other children whose product mightn't be as high quality, but their handwriting may be clearer. Other things such as organisation might be perceived as laziness, when in fact it's actually they're working twice as hard as their peer beside them. So I think when looking at the educational piece or how we can help kids in these schools, it's looking at one, upskilling and developing a knowledge of professionals and educators in relation to what dyspraxia is, but more importantly how it impacts these people, and then I suppose equally as important how we can help these kids to change the ways we were working to make it accessible, not just for these kids, but for all kids of all different abilities and needs. When a new diagnosis or a new piece of information, particularly around a child, comes to a family or even about yourself, it's often a case where it's a very big deal. It's a transition, it's a changing point, and people feel that they can be alone. And I think that's something that's a major message from Dyspraxia Ireland, that you're not alone in this. That we try and make community links between our members. We help members become more aware of their needs themselves, but also that they have other people that have very similar needs and people that they can come and talk to. So I think the one main piece of advice I'd say there is that you're not alone. Get in touch. Even if it's something so small that you think, why would anyone bother helping me with this? Don't. We've had it before. We can help you. Get in touch. When you look at the work Dyspraxia Ireland does, we're a relatively small organisation that's generally punching well above our weight in the way in which we interact with our members. We're looking at how the day-to-day activities that may include, you might get phone calls, messages, emails from families with in a moment of crisis for them, in which something as small as a quick message or a quick line of direction into where they need to go can make a world of difference to their lives. So it's sometimes the aspect that the work we may do may seem very straightforward and fundamental, but that's essential to these families at that moment in time for them. And it's helping us to make sure that these families get some direction when they need it. And then looking at more specifically in my role in relation to POTS, we're looking at beginning to educate both families and then also schools, educators, these people in the wider community in relation to working with people with dyspraxia, but also just to understand and upskill these people in those areas as well.